All right, y'all, this story right here is wild, but also not surprising in the least. You see, if you've been on the internet at all, you probably know who Amouranth is. Okay, actually, I didn't know who she was before this video, so guilty. But for those of you who are like me, she's one of the biggest streamers out there. She made her name on Twitch and Kick and has built an empire off of her content. But the downside of being famous on the internet is the wrong people start watching you.
Oh, right here. It's in here.
I'm so sorry. Come on. Go, 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 go.
So here's how it went down. On March 2nd, 2025, Caitlin Amouranth Siragusa, I'm pretty sure I butchered that, was the target of a violent home invasion at her house in Houston, according to reports from the Houston Chronicle. 3 armed intruders broke into her home around 10:40 p.m., pistol whipped her, and demanded access to her cryptocurrency. They knew exactly what they were looking for. During the attack, she suffered significant injuries from being beaten, and these guys weren't playing around. But here's where things flipped. Her husband reportedly intervened and shot at the intruders, potentially injuring one of them, before they fled. Siragusa was later taken to the hospital but is in stable condition. This whole thing was documented almost in real time because she took to social media to update her followers, sharing details of the attack and even security cam footage, according to comicbook.com. Now, I remember back in the day when the prime targets for robberies and home invasions were athletes and entertainers, but things have changed dramatically. With the rise of influencers, people on the internet have become just as, if not more, vulnerable, and I put myself in that category. A lot of influencers don't realize how visible they really are. There's this kind of disconnect between seeing numbers on a screen, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million followers, and understanding that real people are out there watching, studying, and sometimes plotting against you. And the problem, these people watching you aren't always leaving comments. They're not always liking your posts, they're lurking, and you don't even realize how much information you're putting out there for people to track you down. And look, I get called paranoid all the time. My friends who aren't in the space think I'm over the top because I operate like I'm constantly being watched. But the truth is, I probably am. And unfortunately, a lot of younger influencers don't have that mindset. They don't realize that anyone, and I mean anyone, can become a target. Now, she wasn't just famous. She was rich. And she made it known. She publicly talked about having 211 Bitcoin valued at over 20 million. And when you flaunt that kind of money online, it's only a matter of time before someone tries to come and get it. That's exactly what happened here. Now, some people are out here saying she should have had private security, and sure, if she has the money, yeah, maybe. But let's be real, no matter how much security you have, they can't be everywhere all the time. But you know what can be? A gun. And you know what? I gotta give her and her husband massive amounts of credits. They had a firearm and they used it. This had happened in like New York. She probably wouldn't even be allowed to have the gun in her house. And even if she had one, she'd be going through some ridiculous legal battle right now over some dumb shit. This is why the Second Amendment is so important. People love to say, well, just call the cops. Well, newsflash, cops can't teleport. When you have violent criminals in your house standing over you with a gun demanding access to your money, you don't have time to wait for 911. You need to handle business right then and there, or have somebody who has the means to handle business right then and there with the gun. That's exactly what her husband did. This is the world we live in now. People think fame equals money, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get their hands on it. If you're an influencer, big or small, you need to move differently. You need to be smart about what you share online, where you go, and most importantly, how you protect yourself. She made her money legally and built her empire, and when the wolves came knocking, She exercised her God-given right and constitutionally protected right to defend herself, or at least her husband did in this case. And that's exactly how it should be. Now, like I always do in these self-defense videos, I implore you, if you are out there and you have a gun and you carry a gun for protection, you keep a gun at home for protection, get some type of legal protection as well. You've got the lethal protection, now get the legal protection. And that's why USCCA sponsors my channel, because I do believe they're one of the most comprehensive memberships for this type of protection. So, if you decide to go with USCCA or another organization, just go with something. Because trust me, you'll be surprised how many times people use guns to defend themselves and then have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars just to protect themselves in the court system. That's just ridiculous if you ask me, but that's the world we live in. What can you do about it? So, if you want to learn more about USCCA membership, hit the link in my description section of this video. And also, let me know what y'all think about this story in the comments. Do you think influencers need to be more careful about what they share online? Do you think she should have had more security? And most importantly, does this change your opinion about gun ownership? Let's talk about it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now, you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together, we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.